My dad was the one who helped me understand that you couldn't bring any material things to the afterlife, and it was necessary to do everything on time. Thanks to my dad, I adopted this attitude towards people. I mean, towards ordinary people. My father always went on tour abroad on the condition that he would spend another week there and then return home. He couldn't be away from the steppe and people for a long time. I can see that my eldest daughter takes after me. She takes care of her children in the same way and is always with them. They're friends. Aliza and I were also friends, and now she's very close to her children. Aliza was born at 7 months with a low birth weight. Doctors told me that problems in stunting awaited her. It was the moment when I decided to do my best to help my daughter in spite of all difficulties. I wasn't going to wait and did everything I could to help my child. All mothers want their kids to be like others. Yes, she already could read and draw at age of 3. She showed an avid interest in drawing, which was fascinating. Once I saw her draw on the wall behind a door. When we moved out from that flat, there were over 50, approximately 57 various horses drawn on the wall. Later, through life, she became an artist and drew horses. Aliza has lived in Canada for 15 years. My grandchildren were born in Canada too. When Aliza asked me if I would move too, I realized that I wouldn't. Do you know what I answered her? It seems boring here. I'm afraid I won't find anything to do here, I said. I think I can say she's a cosmic person. It seems she's engrossed in her mission. It is a lofty mission, and some people find it impossible. It helps the dynasty last. Her dad, may he rest in peace, was a warm person who shared his warmth with others. Probably this is their mission. No doubt we can see a kind of passionality in this. First, I worked as a violin teacher, and then I started teaching children with special needs in auxiliary school. There, I met kids who needed my help. I supported them and was their mentor. They still see me as their mother because I played quite an important role in their life. I know that even my subordinates always talk about me behind my back. Is mother here? However, I pretend I have no idea about it, but I actually know that they call me mother. As for Alina, everything happened in a completely mystical way. We started an early intervention project in 2006. We went to children's home and started to examine children with Down syndrome. I met Alina for the first time there. Next time, I saw her in another children's home half a year later. Our second meeting was exactly the same as the first one, and no one could take her away from me. Mayra Suleeva, it's something mystical, our neonatal doctor Janara said. And I said, you know, it isn't mystical at all. I think she tries to show that she really needs my help. I said I would adopt her, and I did. I brought Alina home, and our whole friendly family gathered at my mother's house. When my mother entered the room, she asked, "Who's this?" "Mother, she will live with us," I said. "Oh, thank God, now there is one less child in an orphanage," she replied. She can just come up to me and stroke my head while I sit and think, "Oh my God, what's there in my head?" "Mother, it's so beautiful," she says. You see, it helps us understand that they see beauty in a different way. It depends on your attitude towards her and whether you approve of what she does. I really wanted Alina to be just a happy person. It was very important to me. I'm very grateful to our neurologist Joly who helped me understand an important idea. Mayra Suleeva, although she has lived less than 4 years, the spirit encompasses much more than your entire 55 years, he said to me. This phrase helped me realize many things. First, I had to work hard so that fewer children were left in children's homes. Of course, it would be great if no children at all found themselves there. Second, I should change my attitude to Alina in this regard and realize that all she needs is to be happy. Once we went to a shop and she ran up to a shop assistant and started to hug her. The shop assistant wasn't happy about it, as if the child could infect her with an infectious illness. Have you never been embraced by anyone in your life? I asked her. She just wanted to hug you. Well, now I venture on teaching people the unconditional love. It's very important because we've lost it and still can't find it. The idea to establish the center didn't appear by chance. It had formed when I worked with kids who have mild mental retardation at auxiliary school in 1991. Even then, I noticed a tendency to get rid of the children who had more severe level of mental retardation. In my opinion, such an attitude is unfair. Every person, every child, should be provided with a chance to become better. They should be given an opportunity to be with us and live among us. You mustn't block their way to socialization, development, and integration into community in front of them. In this case, they will change. There were no such centers at that time, which is why parents started coming here. I know children who have come here for over 20 years, and it's completely... Do you know what kind of children they are? They treat people kindly, and I think community should treat them the same way. Actually, Kenya Center is very fortunate because we have a lot of friends. Someone brings meat, someone sets up a fish tank and cares for the fish on their own. Sometimes you come and find that someone brought their favorite flower from the garden and planted here. These things help understand that the society changes. The attitude towards these children changes too. Thus, we can hope that our life will be better. I really believe that the closer children with special needs are to us, the kinder and better we will be. We have a big tree in the center. This tree has plenty of leaves with the names of firms, organizations, and just some private individuals who provided us with funds to simply help organize some celebration. I think they often visit us because we express profound gratitude for any help. Tamara Kasimovna called me in 2018 and said, "Mayra Suleeva, I'd like to invite you to the ministry." I was naive and thought I'd help them out for 3 months and then come back. However, the 3 months turned into 3 years. As a result, special social service law was planned. Regulatory level acts were developed, and in 2009, comprehensive rehabilitation of children having severe pathologies was introduced in the country. All the other CIS countries haven't introduced such comprehensive rehabilitation yet, while we have already done it. Another problem is that our centers and establishments do not implement them properly, but solving this problem is a professional, personal task. You know, you'll always be in a good shape if you work with her. It's good for you that you're never able to relax because you're always inspired and immersed in the new concepts. She keeps up with all the new methods and translates new articles. It's interesting to work with her. Some people even come and say that they won't be able to do it, but she tells them they'll manage and then specialists really do it. Besides knowing what a child needs, she also knows what each of us needs and what we are able to do. Kines isn't just only one specialist, but a living organism. This feature makes us different from all other institutions and organizations of Kazakhstan. We have special relationship to each other. I don't think you will be able to see similar relationship at another workplace. After all, we've managed to live almost like a family, close-knit family. Actually, I can be proud of many projects I set up, including the project of comprehensive rehabilitation protected by copyright and recognized in various countries as a really effective model, which helps many children with special needs. Today, we're developing the roadmap aimed at children with special needs. It's a great project, you know. I put all my knowledge and abilities into it. I really hope that the life of our families that bring up kids with special needs will improve. My main hope is that children with development challenges will never be considered disabled here. We have a great honor to be a member of International Association of Psychomotor Domain. We're the first post-Soviet state included in the association. We're friends with Mariani Research Foundation, located in Italy. This foundation supports research projects on study of cerebral palsy, autism, and rehabilitation, and works with children at risk. We adopt the scientifically substantiated work methods, which effectiveness was proven during a long period of application. I'm proud of the fact that my team could get rid of all these stigmas. After all, we work with children, and now we regard a diagnosis as something we need to pay attention to only when planning individual methods of work with children. Healthy children started to join us too. It was important to open an all-inclusive kindergarten where 1 or 2 kids with special needs were among others. My Alina went to such kindergarten. We paid 60,000 tenge for it, which was a really affordable price. We never raised the price, we even add our money because we want the parents to understand that we pay them for letting children with special needs be together with others. However, healthy children's parents have changed too. They say they are grateful to us for the opportunity to be with kids with special needs because they can see that their children change too. Children with special needs help their peers to have a better upbringing. Look, our children with special needs are in charge of this greenhouse. They take care of it and plant everything here. Sometimes I think that if they plant a stick, it will blossom too. They have very good energy. We all want to know what will happen to our children after we're gone. You know, I used to work in the state system, so I know our laws very well. I know that a child will be involved in the bureaucratic state process. The state will appoint a guardian for them. Most likely, it's done by the directors of foster care facilities who don't pay attention to what kind of guardian the child wants. We need to change doctors' and teachers' attitude, convince them that these children do not just have a right but must live together with us. To tell the truth, children are a resource the state has lost. On finding this resource, the state will gain a lot. I would change a personal policy in government structures, which could change absolutely everything. As a result, we would change too. Of course, I pray that we could share our experience with the whole country. I pray that our people will be able to understand that they create their problems themselves. We must be professionals. I often express gratitude to God for my personality. They can beat me, but I'll get up and keep walking. I understand that not everyone is capable of this, so I'm grateful that the Lord gives me strength not to be hopeless, not to get disappointed, and to keep walking. Besides this, I also ask God to make my life longer because I want to bring up Alina and at least be certain that she'll be fine and won't have any problems.